There was a family who went to the store. They had a little girl, Sophia, who loved dolls. As they were walking down the aisle, the little girl noticed a one-of-a-kind angular doll. Other families were eating it, so the little girl knew this was their only chance. She begged her parents to buy it for her, but they did not have a lot of money, so they had not to say no. They they then paid and left with the little groceries they could afford. As they walked outside, a man dressed in a brown hoodie and jeans called out from them. He had barfed the doll of the little girl. She was grabbing the doll and ran away with it. 2 days later, the mom is taken into Sophia. She leaves the room. The girl is sitting there when she hears a loud sound. She looks around and sees a shape crawling around her floor. She looks at the edge of the bed and sees the doll starting at her with a grabbing smile. She screamed for her parents. By the time they came upstairs, the doll was back in the place, but you could still see it hate moving slightly. The next day Sophia was at school. The mom had just came back from an audit. She had decided to check the doll for anything weird or creepy. She came into the room and grabbed the doll. So she noted Sophia how it was heavier than how it was at the store. When she looked in the dress, she smashed the doll and immediately went to the school. When she got there, her daughter was gone. They found her dead body a week later. The man who gave them the doll was a mass murderer and children rapist. He had to put a location tracker, camera and machine into the doll to make it move and to find the little girl so he could kill her. The police ended up finding the guy as they injected him on the death row with the laughter and saying thank you for a little case. Wrote by Brenna Mayer, 6th grade. I was going over to my mom's house for dinner one night because my parents are divorced. My sibling and I went into the house and saw our mom and her boyfriend sitting on the couch with a gray gift bag with a tear in the side of the front of them on a coffee table. She asked me if I wanted these old dolls in the bag. My mom used to be secured at the school, and a woman came in with 3 dolls in a bag. The lady opportunity said to my mom to give them to a family that will never play with the dolls and just use them for the decoration. I said that I wanted the dolls because I thought they were pretty. The first doll wore an emerald green dress and a matching hat with a black feather. The other two I don't remember much about. All I know that is they had blonde hair and one of the had umbrella. After that, we went with our mom and her boyfriend to a nearby pizza place. After we ordered, a small black feather fell into my empty plate. I quickly brushed it off my plate and looked up at the ceiling but saw nothing. That it could have come from the later. That night I was back at my dad's house, and me and my siblings were playing with the dolls. I know that lady said not to play with the dolls, but me and my sibling were pretty young, and we really wanted to play with them. Around midnight, while I was sleeping, I got woke up by my bed, shaking violently. The dolls were next to my bed in the grey bag that I got from my mom. I looked down into the bag and at the dolls, and they were all there. I brushed it off as nothing. Because I was tired and I went back to sleep. The next day, I went to school early in the morning because I went to the same school that my mom worked at. Were some of the only people there because she had to open up the school. My mom had me drop off some papers to a classroom. When I got to the classroom that I needed to drop out of my papers, the doorknob of the door that was across for the one I needed to go into started to shake it. The doorknob locked, and I am sound like someone was trying to get into the hallway from the classroom. I quickly dropped off the papers and went back to the office where my mom was. I told her what happened, but she didn't. It was probably nothing. The day after, early in the morning, I told my mom I didn't want the dolls anymore. So we took them now the school that morning and gave them away to a kid of someone that worked at the school. No other occurrence has happened since I gave the dolls away. I'm not so sure that this is some weird hallucination that my child brain came up with or something more sinister. If anyone has any explanation of that could have happened or have had similar experience to me,